What's up YouTube? Super K here with another Mindful Monday video. Today's topic, motivation. Today we're going to be talking about what motivation is, what we can do when we've lost motivation, how to get it back, and really how to keep it going once you get there. So let's get started. When we think of motivation, we often think of two types of motivation, extrinsic and intrinsic. In extrinsic motivation, we're motivated to perform an activity to gain a reward or to avoid punishment. So that's stuff like when we perform well at work to get a raise, or as a child when we're motivated to do chores so that we don't get in trouble. Intrinsic motivation is when we're motivated just to complete a task just for the reward itself. So stuff like that is if you really enjoy working out and you're working out just to feel good. Now that shifts to extrinsic motivation when your main priority when you're working out is to look good. There's actually two more types of motivation, identified and introjected motivation. The one we're really going to be focusing on today is identified motivation. That is the type of motivation that a lot of people are having struggles with right now. That type of motivation is when you know that there's a task that you need to do, but you can't seem to get to the starting point. Now, that's really difficult with everything that's going on because we have a lack of motivation. There's really, what am I going to do? How do I get to that point? Well, I'm here to help you with that. There's many steps that you can take to increase your motivation. The first starting point is to realize where you're at. Oftentimes, people won't get started with motivating themselves because they think that there's nothing more that they can do. Recognize where you're starting and recognize the great work that you've done to get where you're at. Number 2, set small measurable goals. This is really easy if we follow the SMART acronym. Super K, what's SMART? Well, let's go through that. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based goals. So when we follow that acronym, we allow ourselves a plan. When we have a plan, we have ways to measure our success. Number 3, celebrate results. Notice the small changes that you've had in yourself throughout time. If you're trying to get motivated to complete a goal, recognize the progress along the way. Don't get yourself down if you can't hit the goal right away. Again, that's going back to step 2 of having those small, measurable, attainable goals throughout the way so that you can continue to have that momentum. It's like the Dave Ramsey debt snowball. You start with the smallest thing first so that you gain momentum going on. That brings us to number 4, stay positive. One of the key components to being motivated is having a positive outlook. It can be really disheartening when we have a setback or a failure along the way. Stay positive, know that that's only in the moment, learn from it, and keep going. Number 5, stay fueled. What do I mean by this? Keep your car fueled? No, keep your body fueled. In the current situation that we're in, a lot of people have been struggling to find healthy food. They're sticking to their top ramen, their rice, their beans. Eat something healthy, it gets you in a positive headspace. Your brain is a muscle, and if you can't exercise it by fueling it with good food, how are you gonna have a positive outlook? So, grab a smoothie, eat something healthy, eat something you enjoy, but make sure that you're staying fueled throughout your journey. Number 6, see and share the big picture. A lot of the times, we think that we need to go through our journey by ourselves. But by sharing your journey and by sharing the progress that you've made, we get an extrinsic motivator. We can show our progress to someone else, and by getting that gratification of like, hey, you're doing a great job, it gives us that momentum to continue to go. When other people notice what you're doing, you're more likely to continue. Number 7, define the purpose of why you are doing what you're doing. If your goal is to run a 5K, okay, why? If your goal is to find a new job, if your goal is to start a blog, define the purpose of that. Why are you going through this project? For me, when I started this YouTube channel, my purpose was to reach as many people as I could. As a mental health professional, I can really impact a lot of people, but I can only physically see the people that come into the practice. By creating this, I'm able to reach more people, and then as people continue to share this, we're reaching more people and creating positive headspace in this difficult time. Number 8, find a power pose. What do I mean by a power pose? It's something that you're like, well, Super K, I'm just trying to eat healthier. What does a power pose have anything to do with that? Power pose can just in general mean your posture. When we're slumped over and just it breeds negativity, get a good posture, walk with your head up. Again, bring that positivity back into your life. If you're trying to be more confident, puff out those shoulders, really open up yourself, right? You're letting other people see, hey, I'm doing this, I'm out there for me. Number 9, offer yourself consistent small rewards. If you can't recognize what you're doing and reward yourself throughout the way, again, you're gonna have that burnout. It goes back to the Pomodoro technique. If you're studying, you give yourself a minute on, a minute off. Earn those rewards throughout the way. If you notice, hey, I want to eat healthy throughout the week, I've done 6 days of eating healthy, I'm gonna treat myself with a small amount of something that I really enjoy eating. Having those goals and then reaching them and rewarding yourself, it goes back to basic behavioral principles of reinforcement. You're gonna be more likely to get to that goal again. Last but not least, number 10, have fun. When I started this YouTube channel, I wanted it to be fun for me. And that's not saying that sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to do this is stressful, but I genuinely have fun reading your guys' comments, filming my videos, coming up with new and engaging content for you all to watch. So along the way, when you are creating your goal, whether it be going for a 5K, getting to that step of, I want to run a mile, I want to lose weight, I want to do better at work. How do you make that fun? What goals can you have along the way that are going to make this an engaging opportunity for you? Do you have family that you can include? If you're doing exercise, create an engaging playlist. Do things that you really enjoy. That's gonna keep you from having, again, that burnout that you have along the way. If your job isn't fun, how can you change that? Is there things you can do to talk to your boss about, hey, I'm just having a really hard time staying in a positive headspace? What can you do? Again, by keeping it fun, you're keeping that momentum going. Those are 10 tips on how to get motivated. So once we go through all those steps and we're going and we're going and we're going, how do we keep motivation? Well, that really goes back to you and following those steps and staying fun, staying engaged. If you notice along the way that maybe this goal doesn't really align with how I want to operate, the things that are important to me, stop, reevaluate, get motivated again. Well, those are my quick tips on how to get motivated and stay motivated in these trying times. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below on things that you'd like to see next week. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay motivated, stay healthy, stay positive. I'll see you next week.